right, you guys know the drill. Data fetcher to work. So we were pulling in the config and then we were feeding that into our random number generator that is on the actual web page, which is just going to be purely only on the web page. Oh no, I stand corrected. We had some sort of an issue. Let's see here. Oh yes, we had an issue with our handle next number, which is the on-click handler for the next button. That was working at being called, but then when we set the next random number button, that wasn't getting, even though we set it, it wasn't getting triggered. And it wasn't triggering this use effect, which should be watching that use state variable. And then, yeah, it should be should be running all this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this and just make sure that that the config data isn't null somehow, which I don't know how it would be because we would have already gotten the config data, but you never know. Config data null question mark, because at this point we don't know yet. After this, we would know. Okay, let's pull this back over to the side. Okay, so it looks like next we're hitting the button clicked, which is a click handler event for this. And then right after that, we do hit the use effect here, but our config data is null for some reason. Let's see here. This data fetcher, that should be getting data, but it's not. Oh. For some reason, we commented out our config, setting our config data. Not sure why. Oh, because it is, actually I'm not sure why. Argument type, document data is not assignable. That's why. We weren't sure what type this was, so TypeScript was giving us crap about that. Oops, not what I wanted. Let's just go ahead and comment that back out. I'm not sure why it's doing that. That's weird. But we'll go ahead and refresh this page, see what we get. We do get the data, and now if we hit next. Okay, so our config data is coming back in just fine. So now we just need to fix this section here. Just double check that delay mode, number range, low limit, high limit. We're just going to double check that that is actually what we should be getting. Compare it to here. So we've got the delay, the mode, number range. Let's move this down to match the, put these in alphabetical order, just like they're coming back. Number range, high limit, low limit. They are switched over here, but that doesn't matter. I guess it probably makes more sense to put the low limit first though. And then specific number. Sweet, that matches. So I'm going to do something a little dirty. Instead of checking it and make sure that this, or doing some sort of mapping or checking to make sure that it's exactly what I want. I know it's going to be. We're not getting a collection of data, and no one is ever posting. Sorry, let me get into that. I'm not getting a collection from here. Like I'm not getting a bunch of documents, and there is no way for the user to create new data in this database because we only have one config. So there's no chance that this would change. And that is the wrong. There's no chance that this data shape would change and cause us to be in error because it's not going to change unless I come in here and update the database manually. So we will go ahead and just type this as, what is it? Config data. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Maybe. No. Trying to cast it as. Am I just completely blanking on how to cast? Cast to TypeScript. Oh, I guess we could do the as. Yeah. Works the same as casting with as. That's what I had in mind. Oh, I just got to surround it with brackets, with parentheses. Put the end here, and then it's not what I want. Config data. There we go. All right, it's not working there, so we'll just resort to the as. Oops, I should be doing that on the other side. Configuration data as config data. There we go. All right. That should now work over here. If I hit next, why is it not working? Oh, because I have to reload. And then that kicks off our data fetcher. Now if I hit next, there it is. Not sure why it's taking a second. Oh, I know why it's taking a second to upload to change. It's because I have the it's actually making a call to, I think, because it's making a call. Actually not sure why it's taking a while. Let's check. Sure does seem to take quite a long time to run. Just gonna clear this real quick. Oh, it's because I have it set to a timeout of 2 seconds. That's why. I'm an idiot. Our set timeout here is going to take 2 seconds to run and then call our generate random number. So we could probably change this to, I think we had it at 300 milliseconds originally when I built the old Angular version. Maybe it was 250. I think it was 250. But 300 is probably fine. All right. Just reload this whole page. So blank, we hit, boom, there we get it. Next. Okay. Sweet, that is working correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, and remove that. You can also remove this, and all right. That's all working as intended. think we're good to go in terms of the base functionality for this. No. Cool. So now what we need to do is, once we do set that random number, I think we need another use effect, or at least I'm sure there's multiple ways to do this, but if we're going to follow the same style that we have already for the set timeout on the number here changing, waiting a quarter of a millisecond or a quarter of a second and then switching, then oh, what the heck? Why is something not working? You might want to change this to 200. 250 seems a little slow. Anyway, yeah, we're going to want to set another use effect that says when the random number actually gets changed, not when the next button is clicked, but when the number actually gets updated, we want to set off another timer. And 2 seconds after that, we want to switch the state or switch the mode of the application to switch the mode so that when you hit the next button, the next time you generate a new number, it's going to make a call to the actual backend and get that, whatever that number is, or whatever the mode is. And if the mode is a specific number, then it will get the specific number back that we're trying to force. All right. We'll just have it so it starts off at 0. I think that kind of makes sense. That way it doesn't look broken. So we'll add this next one. Actually, before I do that, real quick, I just realized I forgot to track my time. Let's see here. We've been for 13 minutes. That would put us at 10:50, probably about 10:45 is when we started doing this. Copy 10:45. And then extend this. Wasting more time, because that's what I like to do. Super productive today. Love it. All right. Oop, not that. Back to this. Cool. Go ahead and create this new use effect. So this one, effect. This one will be dependent on the random number updating. And when it does, we want to const start or forced mode timer, I think is what we'll call it. Set timeout. This one will be async like the one above. Do we really need async on this one? I don't think we do. Do we have anything that's async? I don't think this is async. No, it's not. Okay, we don't need that there. But it will be async here because we're going to make a call. All right. And then we'll provide the cleanup function, which is going to be clear timeout. And it'll be that forced timer. No 0. And then also I will use the fancy underscore. Oh, can I not do that? I guess I can't. I have to do parentheses. Weird. What do I hear? Can I use underscore here? No, interesting. All right, whatever. Okay, we will make the call to, or no, actually, we don't need to make any call, right? Yeah, because we already got the, well, we'll still make a call. We'll make another call just to get the configs, just in case he's already changed it. We'll make no call for now. We'll just get the, yeah. The reason why I'm going back and forth is if we make another call to the database, if between the time that someone has been clicking next and maybe they've hit next a couple times, they've used it, and then they want to go and tweak the force number in the middle of a presentation. But I don't think that'll happen. I think mainly what we'll be doing is tweaking it beforehand, setting it up, and then getting into it. Yeah, other than changing the mode. The mode could be random. Okay, we'll make another call. So I'm going to copy this whole, we'll just copy this. All right, just making sure that if we reset the configuration data, it wouldn't kick off anything else here. All right, so we'll deal with this, and then we will call var next, or var, next forced number. Actually, no. We're going to get from the configuration data, we're going to get the mode. Why is it red on me? Because it's still possibly undefined. Are you kidding me? I already double checked that. There we go. Okay, so we'll get the mode, and we'll make a switch statement from that. I forget the switch statement syntax, to be honest. Switch. Okay. If it is even, we'll do one thing. Else, even, odd, specific, and random. We will not have default. And then if it's even, then we will call, what is it called? Generate even number. Generate even number, and we'll pass in low limit and the high limit. Oops, I don't think I copied that. Sweet. Just making sure the min and the max are on in the correct spaces. All right, sweet. If it's odd, then we'll generate odd number. Oh, and we should set up here var next force number. Set that to be number type. Var. There we go. Next force number equals. Yeah. And if it's specific, then next force number equals config data dot specific number. And we'll, yeah. Never mind. All right. Then at the very end, we will set the configuration data, and we will set set random number to next force number. I don't know what that means. Is used before being assigned. Broken code. So it's saying it's not assigned anything? Oh, because random needs to be random. Like that. Or do I need a default? Is that why it's... There we go. Okay. I think that should work. Reload this. Oh, I need to set. There we go. My set timeout for this whole thing, I didn't have anything here, so it was immediately firing off. All right, now this should work. Random numbers, random numbers. I should get an even one after this. Ooh, I don't want it to update right away, though. I think what I need is I need a another random number one, but I need to call it forced random number. So forced. And it's one or the other. We'll initially set it to null. If forced random number is not null, else. Then we set random number equal to forced random number, and then we set forced random number to null, to like reset it basically. And then this should be set forced random number. Did this. All right, now that we've waited the 2 seconds, it should have queued up even. So if I click it again, it should be even. It's a 6. Keep waiting. Hopefully nothing should change. And then I should be able to go in and change this to specific. There we go. Update. Nothing should change here. I'll hit next a few times. Wait for those couple seconds. And then once I hit next again, it should go to 0. And it didn't. Did I spell specific wrong? No. I'm going to add a console.log. Just to show what the next forced random number is. Reload this page. No, I know what's going on. I have my force number set to 0, and then my if statement here to check to see if forced random number is set to true is just this, and 0 is a falsy. 0 is false in JavaScript, or computes to false. So we're gonna have to say specifically is not null. Then we set the random number. Okay. That's really funny. So we'll reload this. We get 0 because that's the initial. I'm just to make things easier, I'm going to set the specific number to 69. All right. Reload this. Everything's 0. We've sat here for more than 2 seconds, so we get null back. That's fine. Sit here for more than 2 seconds. 69 pops up. We should get 69 when we hit next. 69. If I continue to wait here, nothing should happen. Ah, dang it. It did. That means just that we're going to get 69 every single time, which is what I don't want. I think this reset should actually happen here. When we click the next button, no, it doesn't make any sense. Because if we click the next button after we've waited for 2 seconds, it might happen in this cleanup. One of these cleanups, I think, is when it should happen. I think this one makes the most sense. And if it works, I'll explain my thought process. Wait for a few seconds here, make sure nothing happens. We get null, that's fine. When we hit next, we should still work. We wait for it to pop. Sweet, we get 69. Continue to wait. I need some way so that after I click, after we pop a force number, I don't want this 2.5 second use effect to kick in again. Okay, I think that just means I need to set that inside of the other one. Like that. Yeah, that makes sense to me because every single time I click this, it'll click. This gets fired off. Or sorry, not that. Every single time the next button gets clicked, this gets fired off, which then changes the random number, which means that this gets fired off. And if it's been more than 2.5 seconds, then it changes the random number, which means that this setting it to null every single time is perfectly fine. It changes the random number. We hit it again. Does that work? It pulls in, hit it again. It pulls in this new thing and resets it to null. That should work, I think. Maybe I'm just tricking myself. Okay, fires off. We get our random numbers. Wait for 2.5 seconds. There comes in 69. Hit next. We get 69. Nothing should happen now. Why is it happening? I know why. Because even though we set it to null, that doesn't matter. What matters is the random number changed. So this will always fire. Okay. I think we still want this up here. We pull in that forced random number if it's not null, and then we reset it back to null. And then we need to have a check here to say if forced random number is null, return. And that's basically just saying if we reset it recently, then we don't run this use effect. Right? I think that means it shouldn't start out. No, this actually needs to be back down here. And this should say if it is not null, then return. So now what we're saying is, okay, now what we're saying is we click the next number, we change the number. When the number gets changed, this use effect gets fired off, and Then we wait. If we wait for 2 seconds, then it will actually fire off the timeout, which will then change whatever the next forced number is. And then at that point, then that's nothing's happened yet. And then after that, the forced random number gets set, and so it's not null at this point. Then the user clicks next. So then this gets ran. We check to see if this is not null. It's not null. So then we jump in here. We set the random number off of the the number that we're forcing. And then we're resetting it to null after. This always gets run after we click it, right? I think. Oops. Okay, it didn't do it again there. So here's what's happening. I thought this might happen. This cleanup function only gets ran when the use effect is called again. So when the use effect is called and the forced random number is not null, this cleanup function doesn't get run until we click it again, which means if we're clicking around here, let me just clear this actually. That happens, which means that we went into this part of the if statement and we skipped this part. It means that this is poised to actually change this from 69 to null, which normally every single time we click it, it's just resetting it to null every time. So when we click this, so when we click this, it's going to go through this if statement and set up. When you click this, it'll set the force random to null, I believe. Except for it didn't. But once we hit it for the second time, it doesn't ever. Yeah, see, it's not putting in that force random number mode. Okay, I'm starting to think we actually want to clear it once we hit the set timeout. So if it's not null inside of set timeout, then we want to set it to null and return. I think that's right, because basically what we're saying here is if it's not null, that means this has had time to run, and we don't want to set this forced number twice in a row. If it is null, that means it hasn't had time to run, which means we can go through and do this. There we go. Wait for 2.5 seconds. Boom. Keep waiting. Nothing happens. We hit next. 69. Keep waiting. Nothing should still happen. Boom. All right. I'm just going to leave a comment here to say, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. Use mode. If it's not null, then we skip out. If actually what we should say is if the force number, I think this would make a little more sense. If the current random number equals the force number, then we reset it to null and return. I think that makes a little bit more, it's a little more readable, and it still gets, still the same logic. It'll still work the same. Just a few times. At some point we stop. 69 pops up. Hit next. We get 69. Nothing else should pop up here because those two match. And then we can keep going. Stop again. 2 seconds. Pop. Okay. I think all I need to do is copy over the code for my last one for that little pixel in the bottom screen. Yeah, this bad boy. So you guys won't be able to see this for a bit, but I will just go ahead and throw it. I think we'll throw it at the bottom because that makes the most sense. Yeah, because this one, yeah, we'll throw it in down here. We'll just throw in a div. This should be a class name. And we'll put in a script right there. Oh, can I not put a script in line? Okay. How do I do inline CSS again in React inline style? Yeah, like that. style. There's not a ton of styles here, but you know, it's still a decent amount. Okay. What do I need to change? I accidentally got on that last bottom bracket. I should definitely bring this in like that. Display, I believe this just needs to be surrounded like that. And then this should be a comma. I think. This will need to be surrounded in quotes as well as this. Sweet, and then we'll just go ahead and remove those and replace them with commas, except for this last one. Whoop. There we go. Why is it not like background color? Oh, because this needs to be like that. There we go. And then I will pull in anytime that the force random number is there, right before we set that number, we should display none like this. Get element in React. Actually, I should just set, I don't know why I did it this way. Const. This is dumb. This should only be shown if that force random number is there, right? No, because force random number can still be set to not null once they click the next button. It's not what I want. Forward ref. Create ref. Okay, import that up the top. Then we create my ref. We'll call this notification pixel ref. Finally pass your ref. The attribute you want. Ref mode. Ref. Oop. Notification pixel ref. And then I can do my ref.current. The current dot style.display equals block. And none, I think. Oops. All right, I can't figure it out off super quick, so we're going to go ahead and just do a nasty new state. I say nasty because we'll go false at first. Because we have so many of these, and I think it's kind of overkill. Because we could probably use one of these to double check or to figure out if we should show the notification or not. I know what we could do. If these two numbers match, then that means that we're currently showing. Okay. So I think what we're looking for is if this is not null and it doesn't match random number, then we show the pixel. So we will do surround it and curly, so we can do JavaScript, and we'll say forced random number is not null and forced random number does not equal the current random number. What's the shorthand? Like that? Yeah. So that way, both of these have to be true. All of that has to be true. Show notification pixel when the forced random number is set but isn't displayed yet. That's not working. It should be showing it. Okay, what I've done is, for some reason, this doesn't seem to be working. So I'm just trying to make sure that it's not like my style. So I'm creating the exact same thing up here. I changed it to a ternary operator because I feel like I understand that a little better. And then I'm just showing this fake pixel, which is just some text. Oh, there it is. So let me reload here. We'll hit this a few times. One more time. Should show up there, and there it is down there. And I don't see anything down here. Okay, so for some reason the pixel isn't working. Oh, I know why. Display none. That's why. I'm an idiot. There it is. Okay, I can get rid of my fake pixel. And this should work for real. Go ahead and load it up. Wait a little while. Nothing should happen. Hit next. Also nothing happens. Fake pixel shows up. 69. Next. 69. Keep waiting. Fake pixel should not show up. And 69 shouldn't be. Next. 69. Fake pixel. We get 69 again. Cool. I am going to quickly update that console.log to say next forced number. There. Just to make it a little bit more readable. And that's working. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and push that. I'm just going to leave this in here. Leave in for height. Whoops. Height for even to force height of the, I spelled it wrong. Height of to force height. Indentate that. Actually, I don't know why it's doing that. It's not that long of a. There we go. I think we're good. Go ahead and get rid of that. Get rid of the use ref. I can just leave that there. It doesn't really hurt anything. We'll just leave the control dashboard for now. And I'm going to quickly test to see how hard this is to access on my phone, because if it's not that hard, it would be really nice to be able to not build a configuration dashboard and just use Firestore. So we will go to firebase.com. Go ahead and switch users. Right now I'm logged in on my personal, so we'll log in on the I am Isaac Ludlow. If it will let me. It's actually somewhat responsive on mobile. So here's what it looks like on mobile. I wish I could show it a little easier. We'll click on Not So Random Number Generator and pull up Firestore Database. So it'll look like this, which is not super great, but it did open on the first document, which means it opened up default and then configs at the very top. It opened that up by default. And then it shows the delay and the number and the limit and all of that. So it's not super pretty, but honestly, it works. Yeah, that works. I just changed it to 101. And we already have this up. So if I start clicking, I wait for a second. Next force number is 69. That's not right. Oh yeah, because I didn't have it pull automatic. No, I did have it pull automatically. It should be pulling the next thing here. It should be 101. Now it's 101. Okay, so it kind of breaks there, but that's okay. We'll just have it be 11 for now. Changed it to 11. The code should be should be 11 now. Still 101. But now it should show up as 11. No. Click one more time. Yeah, now it's 11. Put it up at 12. Okay, now it does it. Keeps flipping back and forth between every other one. It's incrementing. What did I just break? Oh, it's because my delay is set for 2 seconds, but this is in milliseconds. I tried to update this because we have delay here. So it should be delay times 2000. And we'll need to wrap this in parentheses. We'll set the default to 2 seconds, and it should be 1,000. Okay. Now, if I reload this page, next force number is null, so that doesn't affect anything. We start going. We stop. It is 12. We get the pixel. 12. We change this to 13. We start going. Isn't it working? No. There we go. We wait. I don't think that worked. Set this to 14. Still 13. Why is that? Two and a half seconds goes by. Set to 14. That's so frustrating. But if I set it to 16 right now, will it change then? Whoop. Okay, we're going back to 11. Hmm. 11. Still 16. No, it should be 11. Yeah. Okay, but let's say here it's changed to 12. And they're like, okay, sweet. We'll reset it back to 0. No. We hit next. Should be 12 now. Yeah, okay. That's good enough for me. Current bug. If you update config in Firebase, the page seems to only notice the update after you go through a cycle of normal node to forced node. All right, we'll save that. Feet basic version with Firebase as config panel. Sync that up. This should then get pushed to Next.js. Oh, wait, no, Vercel is. Vercel. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Looks like it's still on the blank pages. Click on deployments. Currently building what we have, which is basic. Wait for this to build. We are empty. While we're waiting on that, I'll click unshare to respond to my wife. Still building. It says there's an error. Dang it. I wonder what it was. Let's see here. All right, reshare. Let's find out what this error was. Unexpected var. All right, let's go fix these. We should just be able to run npm. Whoop. Run lint. Oops. There we go. Here, this should be a. I'm good to fix though. Isn't there like a lint fix? Like that? No. How to have ESLint fix. And ran. npm run lint. Yeah, that's what I passed. Oh, I need 2 dashes? We'll just try ESLint dash fix instead. ESLint dash fix. Of course. Oh, npm. ESLint. All right, npm run lint. I knew there was a way to get it to fix everything. This should be a const. React is defined but never used. Reject? That's fine. Menu icon is defined but never used. Unexpected var. Where? Oh. Const. This should also be a const, apparently. No, because we're reassigning it down here, so that needs to be a var. I don't know what it's talking about. Do I have another var here somewhere? Nope. if I just did this? Take that off, it'll complain, and then we just set this equal to null. There. Let's run npm line again real quick. Since I've removed some stuff, the line numbers are off. React user hook has missing dependencies. The warning's fine. It's this error that's bugging me. Unexpected var, use let. Duh. Okay. There we go. Fix lint width. Errors left warnings. There we go. All right, we're building again. Ooh, look at that. It is ready. I don't know what these... Oh, this is the branch. This is a commit. Here's the actual link. Maybe? Oh, this needs to be... What did I set it up as? Number generator. Number... Oh my gosh. Generator. There we go. Bing. 12. Nice. I don't know what this does. How do I get rid of it? Hide toolbar. But if I reload the page, does it come back? Yeah, it comes back. Billing command period hides it. Can I hide it just like fully, never turn it on? There we go. Cool. So if I then go back to this and reload, sweet, it should never show it. All right, sweet, that's done. Let me pull up. Wait, not that. There we go. Yeah, why is that back? I'll have to figure out how to get rid of that. Let me respond to my wife again. All right. I don't care about the logs. I don't really care about any of these either. Rollback, redeploy, copy URL, view all branch deployments. Well, it's not showing it now. That's weird. All right, well, number generator. Cool. I'm going to text my dad about this and make a quick video explaining. Well, no, I'll just show him next time him and I chat. So, all right. See you guys later. Or actually, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should go over to like clean up. Wonder if there's a way. Actually, there is. No. Can't think of anything else. Yeah, we should be good. All right. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that needs to be done. So I think we'll just call it good on that. Cool. Yeah, we'll go ahead and close out some of these. We'll eventually go back and watch some of these AI stuff. I'm not sure which types are best. And then probably go back and read through this. I don't think I need this, but we'll keep it open. Here's that old random number generator. Here's that what the heck is the event loop, which I should probably watch again. All right. Sweet. See you guys later.